The news we've all been waiting for is finally confirmed. Xabi Alonso is coming home to Real Madrid. After weeks of speculation, the club has officially secured the signature of the 43-year-old tactician on a 3-year contract until 2028. This marks the beginning of a new era for Los Blancos as Carlo Ancelotti prepares to step down at the end of the La Liga season. Alonso bid an emotional farewell to Bayer Leverkusen fans after their final home game of the season, having accomplished something truly remarkable with the German club. Under his leadership, Leverkusen secured the Bundesliga and Cup double last season and reached the UEFA Europa League final. They've also finished second in the Bundesliga this campaign and made it to the Champions League round of 16. According to our sources, all details of the deal have been finalized, including Alonso's staff appointments. The plan is for him to take over immediately after both clubs finish their seasons. Leverkusen play their final match this Saturday, May 17th, while Real Madrid's last league game is scheduled for May 25th. What's particularly interesting is the timing. Alonso is expected to hit the ground running and take charge before the FIFA Club World Cup starts next month. This gives him just weeks to prepare the squad for their first major challenge under his leadership. Meanwhile, Carlo Ancelotti's departure could be announced as early as this week, with the Italian expected to take over the Brazilian national team. It truly is the end of an era and the beginning of another. What can we expect from Alonso tactically? Having played under managers like Jose Mourinho, Carlo Ancelotti, Rafa Benitez, and Pep Guardiola during his career, Alonso brings a wealth of tactical knowledge. At Leverkusen, he implemented a possession-based style with intense pressing and fluid attacking movements. We can expect similar principles at Madrid, potentially with some significant changes to the team's current approach. Speaking of changes, Real Madrid aren't just changing managers, they're planning a significant squad overhaul before the FIFA Club World Cup. According to El Chiringuito, the club is pushing to sign 3 new players before the tournament kicks off in mid-June. This aggressive approach was evident in their pursuit of Liverpool right-back Trent Alexander-Arnold, with reports suggesting Madrid are trying to secure a deal that would allow him to represent the club in the Club World Cup. Alexander-Arnold appears to be the first target, but the shopping list doesn't end there. Real Madrid are also in the market for a new center-back and left-back to strengthen their defensive options. For the center-back position, Arsenal's William Saliba and Liverpool's Ibrahima Konate have been linked with moves to the Spanish capital. However, securing either of these Premier League stars before the Club World Cup could prove challenging, especially considering their potential price tags. On the left side of defense, the club has reportedly been scouting SL Benfica's Álvaro Carreras. Another name mentioned is Chelsea's young talent, Jorel Hato, although both players would represent significant investments. The timing makes these transfers particularly complicated, as the FIFA Club World Cup begins in mid-June, about 2 weeks before player contracts in Europe traditionally expire. This means Real Madrid will need to negotiate with clubs rather than waiting for free transfers. With a reported budget of $300 million for summer reinforcements, Madrid means business. The question is, can they pull off 3 major signings in such a short time frame? Now to some less positive news, Real Madrid suffered their 4th El Clásico defeat of the season on Sunday, losing 4-3 to Barcelona in a thrilling but ultimately disappointing match at the Estadio Olímpic. Despite taking an early 2-0 lead, Los Blancos' midfield collapsed, allowing Barcelona to score 4 goals in just 26 minutes. The Catalans' comeback was fueled by a brace from Rafinha and goals from Eric Garcia and teenage sensation Lamine Yamal. Perhaps most concerning was the performance of star midfielder Jude Bellingham, who has faced significant criticism in the Spanish press. Marca gave Bellingham a rating of just 4 out of 10, describing him as completely out of control and unable to participate in possession. The publication labeled him a key player in Madrid's midfield collapse, adding that he focused on details but delivered too little for a player of his level and influence on the team. Spanish outlet AS was equally harsh, describing Bellingham as unrecognizable and giving the impression that he'd given up physically and mentally. This criticism comes after what has otherwise been a stellar debut season for the English international, who has contributed 22 goals and 10 assists across all competitions. However, his form has dipped in recent weeks, coinciding with Real Madrid's struggles against their Catalan rivals. The midfield quartet of Bellingham, Arda Güler, Fede Valverde, and Dani Ceballos failed to control the game, raising questions about the balance of the team. With Xabi Alonso, one of the greatest midfielders of his generation, set to take over, we can expect significant changes to Madrid's midfield setup. While not officially confirmed yet, all signs point to Kylian Mbappé joining Real Madrid this summer after years of speculation. According to club sources, preparations are already underway to ensure the French superstar's smooth integration into the squad. Real Madrid's sporting directors have reportedly been working closely with fitness specialists to develop a personalized preseason program for Mbappé, who will be coming off a busy summer with the French national team. The plan includes specialized training sessions to help him adapt to La Liga's tactical demands, which differ significantly from League One. The club is also preparing marketing strategies to maximize the commercial impact of what will be one of the most high-profile transfers in football history. From a tactical perspective, Mbappé's arrival raises interesting questions about Real Madrid's attacking setup. Will Vinicius Jr. shift to a more central role? How will they accommodate both Rodrigo and Mbappé? These are challenges that Xabi Alonso will need to address in his first weeks as manager. Our sources indicate that Mbappé's contract includes performance-based incentives worth up to $15 million per season, on top of his reported $35 million annual salary. This move represents not just a sporting acquisition, but a strategic business decision for the club's global brand. Finally, some positive news from the medical department. Thibaut Courtois is making exceptional progress in his recovery from the ACL injury that has kept him sidelined for most of this season. The Belgian goalkeeper has been participating in full training sessions with the first team since late April and could be available for selection in the final league match against Real Betis on May 25th. This return would be perfectly timed for the FIFA Club World Cup, giving Real Madrid a massive boost between the posts. Club medical staff have been impressed with Courtois' dedication to his rehabilitation program. According to our exclusive sources, he has been putting in extra hours with specialized goalkeeper coaches to regain his sharpness and reflexes. The injury occurred during pre-season training last August, and while Andriy Lunin has performed admirably, in his absence, the return of one of the world's best goalkeepers will significantly strengthen Real Madrid's chances of lifting the Club World Cup trophy. Courtois himself has reportedly told teammates he feels better than ever and is eager to work with Xabi Alonso, whom he briefly played alongside during his time at Anfield while on loan at Liverpool in the 2014-2015 season. Looking at these developments holistically, Real Madrid is clearly in a transition phase that could define their success for years to come. The appointment of Xabi Alonso represents a philosophical shift, moving from Ancelotti's pragmatic approach to potentially a more structured possession-based system. The aggressive transfer strategy before the Club World Cup demonstrates both ambition and urgency. However, rushing major signings can be risky, especially with a new manager implementing his ideas. The El Clasico defeat exposed vulnerabilities in midfield that need addressing. Bellingham's dip in form is concerning but likely temporary. The more significant issue is the overall midfield structure, which Alonso will need to rebuild. Mbappé's arrival will transform the attack, but creates the challenge of balancing multiple star forwards. Courtois' return, meanwhile, solves a key position that could have been problematic in crucial matches. Overall, this summer represents the most significant period of change for Real Madrid since Cristiano Ronaldo's departure. The decisions made, In the next few weeks, we'll shape the club's trajectory for the next several years. That wraps up today's packed edition of Real Madrid news. To recap, Xabi Alonso is officially set to become the new manager with a contract until 2028. Real Madrid are pushing to sign 3 players before the Club World Cup. Bellingham faced criticism after the El Clasico defeat. Preparations for Mbappe's arrival are underway, and Courtois is nearing his return from injury. What do you think about these developments? Are you excited about the Xabi Alonso era? Which transfers should be prioritized? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's content, please hit that like button and subscribe for more Real Madrid updates. That's all for today. Please leave your comments below and hit the like button. Thank you for watching.